And once she become free, because I'm telling y'all, that is a feminine energy in her, and she's been in there for a very long time. She's trapped in a box. It's telling you not to move. Her who most likely wrote that was because they don't want that spirit to escape, because she still got work to do.
It's just a freaking doll. Because if it was anything more than a doll, the doll would have never made it out of the museum. And if it did make it out of the museum, it would have never made it to Penn State. And if for damn sure, wouldn't have made it through Louisiana.
My For You page has been saying that gingers are black. Is she in cahoots with our ancestors?
Because if Annabelle was literally spiritually tied to the fire of the plantation home, wouldn't she be considered a justice seeker for evil things? So were you lied to all these years?
Oh my gosh, I told y'all all kind of crazy stuff was happening. Look, the lights are flickering.
Annabelle doll is on a world tour. And every place she went to, some bad shit happened.
Let's keep going. Now, remember in the last video, I had told y'all that some people on TikTok think that she has a black spirit because of the plantation being burnt down, and also because of her hair being red, her being a ginger.
My For You page has been saying that gingers are black. I don't know about y'all For You page, but my For You page has been saying that gingers are black. Okay, now with that being said, y'all see this picture, right? Y'all see that? Now, Annabelle is a ginger, and they just moved her to Louisiana. And they said that building, that plantation, been up for almost 200 years. Ain't budged. Now, all of a sudden, Miss Redhead get there, and we saying that, redheads are black, they have melanin in their hair and their freckles. Okay, cool. But is she in cahoots with our ancestors? Like, what is it? They moved her to Louisiana. Her spirits is very strong. Y'all seen that lady with the trampoline, whatever. And for this plantation to be burned down, and she just came into effect into Louisiana, it's crazy. I don't know. Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever. I don't care. Call me that. Because this is crazy. This building ain't been touched in almost 200 years. And for Miss Annabelle to come to Louisiana, they transport her, and then the same week, this plantation burns down. This is one of the largest plantations from what I did my research on, because I'm like, how did this happen? It's still not showing me how the fire went down. Who started the fire? What started the fire? How did this happen?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the picture.
Do you know people are even questioning if Annabelle is an evil doll or we've been lied to all these years? Because a lot of people are saying Ellen Rain has been con artist and been lying for years just to capitalize. And they are trying to connect Annabelle when she was on tour before she left Louisiana, that her spirit being in Louisiana caused the fire of the Norway plantation that burnt down, that was built by slaves. So now people, it's actually a thing where they're saying, well, the people that found the Annabelle doll that were nurses, were they evil nurses? Were they doing bad to children? And that's why bad started to hunt them. Was Annabelle even evil? Or she was just a justice seeker? Because evil can't fight evil. Evil only grows on evil. So if Annabelle was really evil and she caused this fire, it doesn't add up for a lot of people. Because if Annabelle was literally spiritually tied to the fire of the plantation home, wouldn't she be considered a justice seeker for evil things? So were you lied to all these years? But just in case, I did cover her eyes so you guys don't have to look her in the eyes, because you know what I mean? I don't play with stuff like that. I'm just reporting the news.
I don't find it more than a coincidence that when they finally decide to bring this evil, demonic, ill-possessing, just Santana, I don't even know what the hell, y'all decided to bring evil, literally pure evil, to Louisiana, that in the same week 10 murderers escape from jail, prison, and a plantation house gets burnt to the ground. Plantation house that has been there since 1850s, y'all. It ain't no way that this is just a coincidence. It's no way. I know this is going to sound crazy because a lot of people don't believe in the demonic, spiritual, two-realm world. They don't believe in that. But if this ain't clear proof, then I don't know what is. I don't mean to tell me out of anybody that could have escaped anywhere in the world, 10 murderers escaped from prison in the same place that they brought this doll. In that same week, if not a few days later, a house that's been standing for over 1,000 years burns to the ground. And the firefighters have no no idea what caused the fire. Come on now, y'all, don't be naive. This is real life, actually scary as hell, because I know, again, like I said, some people don't believe in this shit, but I definitely do. And I just feel like shit like this don't happen on a regular. Mind y'all, this is Louisiana, the home of voodoo, the home of all the spiritualistic, realistic, ritual shit. Come on now. It's really gonna put the icing on the cake is, I don't know if y'all heard the story about the older black lady from down there that was trying to, like, you know, I guess cleanse Annabelle of her evil, and I don't even know. I feel crazy even speaking on it, because like I really believe in that shit. I guess she was like trying to cleanse her, do like a exorcist. I don't even know what to really call it, but in the Warrens documentary explaining and talking about Annabelle, they made it very clear not to ever challenge her, not to ever, you know, try to do anything like that. This is something that is just going to contain its evil, and as long as it's put away and not bothered and not messed with, and it's where how they left it, that it should be cool. And that lady quite literally challenged Annabelle 10 times more than what she, y'all, I'm just telling y'all, if something happens to that lady, it's game over. We know what's really going on. And then I understand that they saying that this was funded by the Warrens or something like that, but this whole tour that they're taking her on.
Here go the voodoo lady that she was talking about.
Go to hell, Annabelle. Go to hell, Annabelle. Don't you come to New Orleans for that no more. I put my holy water down on you. I rebuke you in the name of New Orleans voodoo, Annabelle. I rebuke you. I rebuke you.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say. Here's her video. I'm gonna show you.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all not gonna believe this. This little Annabelle, that little wicked, evil, demonic doll, that thing is here in New Orleans, and it's right next door to my voodoo shop. Of all places, this little crazy doll has to come here. Now check this out. You see this right here? This is my shop, the Voodoo Bone Lady Voodoo Shop. You see that van right there? That's the van that little devil doll is riding in. Right there. Oh my goodness. But let me tell you something, baby. All kind of stuff been happening up in here today, and I'm getting ready to show you right now. Click follow and keep watching. When I tell you this is weird, this is getting weird. It is 80-something degrees outside in New Orleans today, and it is ice cold in this shop. As soon as they brought Annabelle next door, temperature drops. I'm putting on 2 hoodies. Did you hear what I said? 2 hoodies in May in New Orleans. It's 80-something degrees outside. Oh my gosh, I told y'all all kind of crazy stuff was happening. Look, the lights are flickering. This has been happening on and off ever since they brought that demon doll next door. Oh my gosh. Click follow and keep watching. So you just came out of there with Annabelle. What kind of things did you see and experience?
He was talking about the first time he met Annabelle, and he got there and he bent in front of her, and her arm moved, and a piece of her hair kicked up, and I'm pretty sure that I have it, so I'm excited to share it.
Oh my gosh. Now you just come out of there with Annabelle. What happened with you?
I don't really know. I can't even comprehend it.
What? It done wiped your mind clean like a hard drive?
I really don't know. I've never had an experience like that before.
Oh my goodness. Click share and keep watching. Hold up, wait. Do you see this? Do you see this crack in my mirror? This was not here before. That little Annabelle have broken my mirror. And now she done made me mad. Annabelle, you got to go. Annabelle, go to hell. You done ran into the Voodoo Bone Lady now, and you done met your match. Look, everybody, they taking it out of here now. They got, go away, Annabelle, go away, Annabelle, go.
It's like 2 more minutes left in the video, and now she's showing her voodoo candles.
Voodoo Bone Lady Voodoo Shop. They come up in here for my world famous love candles, or my real popular money candles, or even my court case candles, baby, because you know they gotta get one for Pookie, because he stay in trouble. They're trying to keep him from going upstate for the rest of his life or what have you. But when you come to New Orleans, the 2 things you must do is you have got to get a reading at my voodoo shop, and you've got to come on my haunted tour, Ghost Voodoo.
I mean, you know, this might just be the surface of what she portrays online, you know, like, but the Voodoo Lady Bone Shop is in New Orleans, and yeah, you never know what people know behind what they showing. You never know. I forgot to show y'all the thing that's going around about gingers being black. This video has 68 million views and 5.3 million likes.
I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people. All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman. Gingers are black. All gingers. Why gingers are black? A lot of y'all Irish people were right beside black people on the plantation. Okay? FYI. But all of y'all are descendants of a Haitian deity named Brigitte Samedi. That's why all gingers are black.
Gingers essentially are red velvet cake, okay? And what is red velvet cake? Red velvet cake is chocolate cake with red dye and cream cheese frosting.
Now that redheads are black, we got new rules for y'all white people, okay? No more saying the word ginger. Only black people can say the word ginger. And if you say it with a hard R, it's immediate prison.
You're black.
I'm white.
You're black.
I'm white.
You black. You ginger. What do you mean?
Cause you're ginger.
You know, if you're ginger, you're black, right?
What?
You want to take this black test?
So I woke up today, and apparently, gingers are black now. And do I like it? Yeah, it's good. I've been scrolling the videos, and you know, I'm taking in all the information. And
Or shall I say, black? Listen, I did not know that they was treating y'all like this, baby. But welcome, welcome to the community. I love this for y'all. Few things I need y'all to know. I need y'all to know. The ER, the hard ER, done. Don't let them call you that no more. You are gingers. You hear me? Gingers, okay? No more ginger, all right? Next, we don't let them touch our hair. That beautiful, gorgeous hair of yours, somebody try to touch it, back the hell up. Don't touch our hair. We don't do that, all right? Next, y'all want y'all invite to the cookout. Y'all got it, baby. But let's ease on in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to cook nothing. Bring stuff, you know, that's like forks, plates, cups, foil.
That lady got on here and told y'all that gingers were black, and all of us black folks thought that she was joking. She was dead ass serious. And her explanation is because gingers have black ancestors that they are black. Mind you, there are so many white people that have black ancestors. Everybody on planet Earth has black ancestors because life started on the continent of Africa. So by that standard, everybody would be black, but everybody is not black. Somebody said that gingers are the black people of the white race. Like, what the are we even talking about? Stop getting on here joking with them. Mind you, all us black folks thinking she joking, she is dead ass serious. She done made 2, maybe 3 videos explaining how gingers are black. And the reasoning is because they have a black ancestor. Sister, that don't make you black, and you should know that.
I do think that redheads are kind of like the light-skinned or the black people of white people, and because of that, we will always have like a certain bond, I think, with other minorities.
I don't mess with this. I don't like it. I don't know what started this conversation. I think someone said all gingers are black, and now here we are. Most people are just having fun with this conversation, not taking it too seriously, a lot of satire, things of that nature. But I'm a party pooper. I'm here to hate. Because hear me out, when you really look at the statement, the black people of white people, what the hell does that even mean? What you're doing is you're essentially using black people to be synonymous with oppression. And you can't tell me that's not weird. This is like a skinny girl with an unattractive face saying, even though I'm skinny, I constantly get made fun of for my face. So in a sense, if you think about it, I'm kind of like the fat people of skinny people. Do you guys see how ridiculous that sounds? What does the overweight community have to do with your ugly face? I understand the objective is to relate to a certain group of people, but if this isn't the most backhanded way to do so, then I don't know what is.
Somebody in the comments said gingers are not systematically oppressed. So this is what's been happening on TikTok, and that's why they're saying that Annabelle, well, it's another video I want to show you, but I do want to talk to you about the different sides of that, because some people are lightheartedly taking it like, oh, you know, black, that word represents people who are being pushed down, pushed to the side, oppressed. Like, it's anybody, you know, if we welcome you in, then you are a part of that type of existence and ancestry and experience. It's like, oh, you've been oppressed by society and the government too, so come on in. And then it's another side that's like, y'all not systematically oppressed, y'all not black people, and white gingers are still white. And some people in the comments are saying, oh, the people who are bringing this up, people in the comments are saying, you're taking this too serious, this is all a joke, this is a space where people who have been suppressed, we're creating a space where there's a community and we can all be in unity. Any oppression or suppression or anything that has been anybody that's been picked on, this is what we are creating, this safe space. This is creating a bond with minorities of any space, race, place, color, identity. So I just wanted to give you the context if you haven't been up to date on what's been going on TikTok. Let's keep going, because the video is about the Nottoway Plantation.
Y'all are out here saying that Annabelle doll is to blame for Nottoway Plantation burning in Louisiana. Y'all are saying that Annabelle is the reason why those escaped convicts got out in the first place. And I'm gonna need y'all to stop expeditiously, okay? Ed and Lorraine Warren were frauds. They were frauds. That's nothing but a Raggedy Ann doll. Hell, I got one. Mine's black. She's a black girl with black yarn hair and green and white little dress on. It's just a freaking doll. Because if it was anything more than a doll, the doll would have never made it out of the museum. And if it did make it out of the museum, it would have never made it to Penn State. And if for damn sure, wouldn't have made it through Louisiana, that doll would come up missing. Everybody that's ever touched and came in contact with it would be dead or injured. And yet the people who are transporting the doll had nothing happen to them. It's just a freaking doll. They were frauds. Ed and Lorraine Warren were frauds. Everybody knows it. We've already confirmed it. And we all know that Ed Warren was doing things with an underage girl. Like, the Annabelle doll is BS. Please don't insult my ancestors with that BS. This is an ancestor year. They came back like I told you they would, and they burnt that shit to the ground. The prisoners could be unrelated. I mean, a lot of people have been breaking out of prison lately. I don't know if y'all noticed that. There have been a lot of prison breakouts in Louisiana and in the South in general. And do you know why a lot of prisoners are able to break out of the prisons in the South? Because they're not putting any money into protecting them. There was one prison, I forget which part of the South, where the inmates were literally baking. They were cooking alive because they didn't have the air conditioning turned on. They treat these prisoners so freaking bad. And, you know, I mean, there's always the couple sprinkled here and there that deserve hell. But there are those who are just there to do like 10 years or something and be on their way. It was a crime of necessity, like they stole money to feed their kids or something, and they're in there getting murdered, assaulted, all of the things, and the punishment isn't fitting the crime. And so because they're not taking care of the prisons, these people are literally just kicking bricks, cinder blocks out of the walls and making a run for it. These prisoners getting out has more to do with the poor upkeep of the prison than our ancestors. The thing that was our ancestors was the burning down of that plantation. Now, if you're any type of real black witch, if you're any type of real hoodoo practitioner, any type of real voodoo practitioner, you'd hightail your ass down to Louisiana, get as close as you can to that property line as possible, and start praying the Psalms, if you know what I'm saying. You would do whatever the hell you got to do to make sure that until they do right by our ancestors, everything they even put on that land is going to burn to the freaking ground. You got to make sure that the ground is sour, or whatever the hell it is Fred Gwynn said in the original Pet Sematary, because the remake was total shit. I would be over there hexing that freaking land until black people get reparations, until the descendants of the people who worked at that plantation finally get their just due, and finally get the payments for their family members, their grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on and so forth. Until they get their payout, until they get what they're due, until you people here in America start respecting the plight of the African American the way you respect the plight of the people who suffered at Auschwitz, that sucker should burn to the ground. The ground should be sour. Nothing should grow there. Nothing should thrive there. Not even the freaking grass. Not even the dang bugs. The bugs should only be there to plague the whole freaking town. Like, every time there's a hurricane, that sucker should be flooded. Every time there's a fire, it should hit that land, even if it's just an empty field. Y'all are focusing on the wrong thing. Stop giving Annabelle the credit. Our ancestors are up.
Now, I like what she said because of what the Queen Poe said. But I'm going to show you this first.
Alrighty, guys. I've been trying to do this video to the point I had to change phones to do this video. So let me give y'all some information on Annabelle, because everything they telling y'all is a lie about that doll. They trying to make it look as if that doll is demonic. The doll is not demonic at all. Annabelle is a woman, and one of our ancestors that put herself in a doll. If you don't understand what I'm saying, go back and watch Chucky, the very first one, right? Now, All the stuff that's going on in Louisiana, for you guys that don't know, that's the most spiritualist place that we have right now, because they was able to beat the French, right? For a lot of you guys that don't know. And Louisiana possessed a very strong power. That's why everybody go there and people move there, right? So with that being said, so back to the Annabelle doll, right? So guys, y'all gotta pay attention to stuff. Annabelle is not mad. She's angry. She's furious because she's trapped in a box. And they parading her around for profit. That's why I was telling y'all in my last video before they took it down that they're prostituting the woman. Anything that's feminine, they're prostituting it. Why are they prostituting it? Because they've been doing it. That's what men do. Now, the lady, the voodoo lady that was throwing the water and talking about she cast the hair. Why would you cast one of your own ancestors? See, I know everybody that's in the booth is not, they not all in understanding with the spiritual realm, right? It was just the way the lady kind of, she threw me off the way she was acting. Because if you're a practitioner or hoodoo or voodoo, like, you don't act like that. You kind of contest the energy, so you just get a educational and a lot of times just an educational review or get an understanding of the energy, right? Because that's what we do. We attract energy. Now the lady was going, and we don't even know if that's that lady's shop or not. I'm gonna just be real, because the way she was handling herself, it wasn't right. It was weird. But anyway, she was talking about how the lights was flickering, how her mirror was cracked. Now, mind you this. Now, if it's a spirit that's in that doll and you disrespecting the doll and you mad at the doll, they doing stuff to your shop. That just makes sense to me, right? But when she left, she was like, oh, she condemned her to hell and stuff like that. But help me to understand, when that's your ancestor, that's basically, if you look at what's going on, it's the same stuff we've been going through, prisoners of war. She's trapped in a box. It's telling you not to move her. Who most likely wrote that was because they don't want that spirit to escape, because she still got work to do. She got some heads that need to be taken care of. And once she become free, because I'm telling y'all, that is a feminine energy in her, and she been in there for a very long time. They're entrapped in her. Just like they've been entrapped in our energy. And now they're showcasing her around. They prostituting Annabelle around, and she tied. That's all they do is prostitute women. And y'all don't see that yet? Y'all don't understand that yet? Come on, make this stuff make sense. It's funny how they start moving this doll around and then they come out, pay attention. Because we all get spiritual information differently. They start prostituting the doll around. All of a sudden they got this thing called pay pig. All of this right after Annabelle hits Louisiana. They say she in Texas now. Why is they taking this doll around? Y'all need to really know the history behind it, because they're trying to mentally get y'all to think that we're still enslaved. We're still mentally enslaved. That's what they're trying to teach you. See, this is the thing. A lot of the stuff that they saying, guys, never really happened to us. A lot of that stuff, that slavery stuff, no, we're called prisoners of war. But see, if y'all notice, they got to keep replaying certain events and certain things to keep your mind in that timeline. Because we've been shifting timelines a lot lately. Y'all ain't paying attention to that. That's why they tell y'all to keep y'all vibrations high, so you'll be able to jump to the next timeline. But as y'all know me, do your research. Do your research. Do not let this go over your head. But they trying to entrap the feminine energy. If y'all know, that's why it's a feminine doll. The woman, feminine energy, and look at the weather. This weather out here is bad. Y'all not understanding. This a whole war going on out here, from the weather to what they putting on her to your energy. They got y'all energy going up and down like your blood pressure. Guys, y'all gotta keep it stabilized. Keep it stabilized, because when you go too low, that's when they cipher your energy, because they can't cipher you when you're elevated high. That's what people keep trying to tell y'all. That's what we trying to tell you in the videos. Do your research, guys. Do your research. That part.
Shit. That was lots. Okay. Some people in the comments were saying, I knew it. She's an ancestor. She only attacks certain demographics. Believe it or not. Somebody else said, I said this also. Her spirit is an old slave soul placed in a doll. Skeleton Key movie is the perfect example. Somebody else said Annabelle was brought to New Orleans and found the darkest place where the trapped souls was located and burned it to the ground and freed them. She is only bad if you are. Somebody else in the comments said Annabelle is an ancestor. The lady gave me a vibe that she was just trying to advertise her shop. I never seen Annabelle as evil, just trapped. Another person said your perspective is interesting and making me think about Lilith and Medusa. They were victims and trapped and blamed as well. I'm gonna show y'all one more video.
So I keep getting asked about my thoughts and feelings on the Louisiana plantation burning, and I got to be very clear when I say this. 2025 is the year of 9. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9 is the year of Oya. Oya is the Orisha that is most commonly known for her serious transformations and changes that she brings. She is also known for hurricanes and great winds. But a lot of people don't realize that Oya is also the keeper, the guardian of the ancestors, the Egun, right? We have to be clear when it comes to this year of 9. This is the ancestors' year. This is the year that the ancestors will return and show who they are and how they really work. Therefore, if you've been practicing your ancestor veneration, if you've been honoring the ancestors and showing respect and reverence for them, you will reap the rewards of the seeds that you have shown. But if you've been disrespecting the ancestors, especially in a way where you are capitalizing on their trauma, you will reap the consequences of the seeds that you have sown. The ancestors will show you who they are in this year of 9. And may everyone be blessed with the ancestral experience that they deserve.
So now that you have went through the rabbit hole with me, what are your thoughts as to what you saw in this video and your perspective and your views? If you made it this far, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video.